So I've been looking at how to make your code more efficient, and I've shown you how to use an array or a list rather than lots and lots of single individual variables. We've looked at assignment statements, how you can put them inside a loop to make them more efficient. We've looked at selection statements, all those if statements, how you can nest them together to make them more processor time efficient. And really, a lot of programming languages, this is all it comes down to, is the idea of assignment, selection, loops, and then to talk about modules with parameters to make your code more efficient. But before I get into that, I'm going to just go back to the live code program, and I'm going to enter some input validation code just for completeness sake. So I'm talking about this bit here. I want to make sure that I don't put any daft prices in. So I'm going to move this down. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm not going to put anything into my price variable until I make sure that it's okay. So I'm going to just invent a little temporary variable to hold what they've typed in, and I'm going to make sure that what they've typed in is within a particular range. So I'm going to make sure that it's at least 0, and it is, well, let's say in my shop there's nothing more than £200, so it'll depend on your problem, but let's put that in. And if I'm inside this loop, it must be because I've typed in something that's outside that range. So I'm going to say I'm going to ask them to enter it again. So I'm going to say, first of all, that it's out of range. Try again. And I could be more helpful and actually tell them what the range is, but I'll just leave it like that for the minute. If the result equals cancel, then exit. Oops. And that's just a little live code statement that lets you press that cancel so you can get out of the loop if you get stuck into it, stuck inside it. And then I'm going to put it into my temp price variable, and that way I'll go round and round here on one of my prices. So maybe I'm on price 3 and I'm asking them to enter a price, so I put it into this sort of temporary price. So I'm just going to make that another local variable. So it's just a sort of holding place, so I can have a look at it and just see if it's going to be okay to use. And if I'm in here, it's because it's out of range. So I'll go round and round there until they actually manage to type something in between 0 and 200 inclusive. And then I can, let's just bring this other code back up. When I've got to this point, it must be because I've got something that's okay to use. So I'm going to say put temp price into the actual, don't need to type that. So I can take what I've typed in and actually put it into my variable that's called price. And that's input validation. So that's one of the standard algorithms that you have to put in at National 5.